lot of the gray beards in the audience and some of the young guys coming up and young gals coming up know this gentleman standing next to me, Mr. Pete Chapouris. Pete, thanks for being on the show.
Pleasure.
SoCal racing equipment, SoCal stuff has been around since 1946.
1946.
And how'd that all start?
Well, basically the day after Alex got out of the Army, World War II, 1946, he gathered up a little bit of money he had and he went out and rented a speed shop. I mean, the very next day. It had been something he'd been dreaming about, the whole time he was in the service. And he ran it very successfully up to about 1964. And then he got in the movie business, which his father was originally in the silent movies as a producer and director. Anyway, he started doing Le Mans, Watkins Glen, and a lot of the sporty car circuits and early drag racing, and he did that for quite a while. And he went on and worked for Peterson, actually started the SEMA show, and ended his career working with Mickey Thompson on the Score show. During that time, I had started a company called Pete and Jake's. It was in 1974. And I subsequently sold that to Jerry Slover, which is still operational out of Kansas City, Missouri. I sold that in 1988. Went to work for SEMA for a couple years, tried to retire, didn't work out. I met Bruce Meyer. We started restoring the SoCal belly tank, and guys started hanging around my place again, and I started working on cars and doing a little bit of this and that. And I just was unhappy with my name and what it was doing. I couldn't even get a T-shirt out of the deal. It was really bad news, right? So anyway, I called Alex one night and said, I'd like to license the SoCal name and resurrect the company. So in November of '97, we struck a deal, and so here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
The belly tank and the coupe, your Bonneville racers, they are so famous. I mean, anybody that knows anything about cars immediately knows what those are.
Well, Alex really set a precedent in the early days. He was actually accredited with one of the first guys to actually have a team approach where guys wore uniforms and the cars were all painted alike. They were all very fast. You couldn't be part of the team if you weren't a record holder. So, I mean, not only did it all look good and play out well, but I mean, these guys really had cars that really hauled ass. They were the top of the mark at the time. And of course, we've come along and trying to do the same thing. So we had 2 cars go to Bonneville this year. We had an internal goal for one of them. It was 200 miles an hour and went 225. And then we built a Saturn Ion along with the powertrain people from General Motors, which is headed by Mark Royce. And the teamwork there was just awesome, and we set a record in that class. Went from 183.13 to 212.26. So we not only set a record, but we got Jim Mineker into the 2 club. He won't take his hat off, and I'm jealous. But it's really been great. So I think the essence of the original company, and having Alex, of course, is still alive, and we travel a lot together. I think it's all translated very well to 2003. We celebrated the 50th year on Assault this year with him, and it was dynamite. So the new belly tank that we worked in collaboration with GM again, with Frank Salcido from the GM Design Center in Los Angeles. That was actually built to commemorate Alex's 50th, and we had both of them on the Salt, and Alex was driving the new car around, and it was really cool.
I know this television host, real nice guy, would love to drive in Bonneville. Any chance of that happening? A guy that fits that demographic driving one of your cars?
I think it sounds great, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I'll give you a call, Pete.
All right. Okay.